The only one going into custody is you.
What the hell is this?
The end of a nightmare for hundreds of kids.
The defense attorney hadn't even delivered the closing argument yet when the judge started pronouncing the sentence. She said there was no need to hear the closing argument, and on top of that, she handed down an overly harsh sentence for a minor, insignificant misdemeanor, even assigning the defendant to a prison over 500 miles away. The attorney was baffled. Why was the judge in such a rush to issue the ruling? Olivia was confused too. There were 3 juvenile detention facilities right in the city, so why send her all the way to Ohio? They decided to look into the judge's background by checking her records. But when they got to the archives, the administrator told them they'd have to file a formal request and go through the proper procedures to access the information. The attorney knew this was deliberate stonewalling. Even in the best-case scenario, the process would take at least 6 weeks. Just then, another administrator came over and said the judge wanted to see them immediately. The judge seemed puzzled as to why they'd suddenly taken an interest in her. The attorney explained they just wanted to understand the reasoning behind sending Garnett 500 miles away. The judge offered up some completely irrational justifications. Olivia thought she was just enjoying flexing her power. For that, the judge held Olivia and the attorney in contempt of court and had them locked up. It wasn't until the captain got word that night that he managed to get them released. The prosecuting attorney, through other channels, dug up information the judge didn't want them to see. Judge Marsden had sent 19 kids to Wellsburg this year, and 33 last year. All of them were charged with offenses like public urination, loitering, or public indecency, nothing that qualified as a sex crime. Yet she'd still tried them and shipped them off to Wellsburg, upgrading misdemeanors to felonies left and right. She was a classic hanging judge, ruthless, but operating well within her discretionary powers. Olivia was confused. Why had the judge locked them up just for looking into her records? And why had the archive administrator tipped her off? Elliot cornered the administrator, accusing him of selling them out, and brought him into the interrogation room. The administrator said he wanted to talk to a lawyer. Good idea, Elliot shot back. Then you can explain how someone on a $50,000 to $60,000 salary can afford a Mercedes and a 7-figure luxury apartment. Under pressure from Elliot and Olivia, the administrator spilled the beans. The operator of Wellsburg prison was the judge's cousin. The administrator would assign specific cases to the judge, and she'd get a kickback for every teenager sent there. Over the years, hundreds of kids with minor offenses who didn't belong in prison had been locked up this way.
Can't do this. Who the hell do you think you are?
Shut up, Paul.
I'm going to teach you a lesson, young man.
Your Honor, I object.
Object all you want, counselor.
The police team, working with the FBI, used Judge Marsden's patterns and habits to set a trap. In the end, they brought her to justice and put an end to the nightmare for those hundreds of kids.